What's going on, everybody? So Monday Night Football on Week 10, 2017 featured a Dolphin team that's had 3 straight weeks of nationally televised games. So what I'm assuming is that the guy that did that is probably fired. Okay, so now let's jump into it. There's absolutely no hate for the Miami Dolphin fans. I'm just stating facts, and that's what I do on this channel. Some people can't take it, and they want to whine and cry, but you got to get the reality. It's better to learn the reality of your team than to have somebody tell you garbage. You know what I'm saying? You got the Miami Dolphins are playing the Ndamukong Suh. Yo, it's just ridiculous what they're doing. Cameron Wake, all these bums running around. And when I say bum, yeah, I mean it. They suck. You don't go out there and get manhandled like that. And, you have to, every week when you go out, you got to justify why you're being paid in the National Football League. And that's why I go wild on these backup quarterbacks that come in and just suck. Because it's ridiculous that these guys are getting these checks. And there's so many other things that could be going on for that cash. Like, that money could be used for better things. The devastation in Puerto Rico. We have, food shortages all over the world. Like, these guys should donate their checks, bro, when they go out there and do that stuff. They suck. But let's just talk about a couple of different things. McCaffrey got out of his shell, got into the end zone. Cam Newton just made a mockery of the Miami Dolphins defense. But if you guys didn't watch the game, the biggest thing about this was the turnaround. Remember, it was 10-7. What was it? Like close to the second half because I was drinking a lot. But once Jay Cutler did a Jay Cutler and then the Dolphins started to do a Dolphin, which means when the Dolphins do a Dolphin, they go out and they just do what they're supposed to do. They get blown out, treated like scum, and that's pretty much it, right? The biggest issue that I'm having about this is that people are surprised. They're wondering, we thought Jay Cutler could do this. We thought he could do that because the coach said he knew the system. People need to get away from that whole thing about knowing the system. Listen, a dead raccoon can know the system. It doesn't matter if you know the system. You have to be able to go out there and perform. And we all know what Jay Cutler is. This is what I don't understand, bro. And, people like what, I don't really go to the bar a lot, but whenever I go there and I'm watching a game with people and I'm telling them why their team sucks, they actually listen and they like the way I'm explaining it. They're like, yo, bro, you should be on ESPN because you're letting us know exactly what the problem is and you're not like giving us any kind of slack. You're just saying, straight facts. And that's all I try to do. When you look at the Dolphins team, they have talented wide receivers, but he's the commander-in-chief. Jay Cutler is the commander-in-chief. Who would want Jay Cutler as their commander-in-chief? That's what people need to understand and realize. And nobody wants to do that. Everybody wants to complain. Everybody wants to say, oh, yeah, he sucks. He's this, he's that. You knew that. You knew that going in, though. That's what I don't understand. You guys knew that. So this is the issue that I'm having with the game overall. We have to understand that the people that make the schedule for these games have to recognize that the teams, it's a high chance that the Dolphins might suck. Especially with the fact that they didn't even know what they were doing and they brought in Jay Cutler late. You're going to be coming in with a quarterback. Regardless of the situation, that team was not going to be suitable for primetime. You know what I'm saying? Like, to watch this game for a Monday night after an unbelievable Sunday, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. Just going through the actual progressions. But let's talk about the Panthers because we don't need to talk about the Dolphins right now. We're going to talk about the Panthers. They're second in the South, in the NFC South, to the New Orleans Saints, which I don't understand how that's happening. Technically they're 7-3. The Saints are 7-2. People didn't realize that the Saints defense was better than it actually is. I can't explain it. You know what I'm saying? If you bet the Saints for the last couple weeks, you made some good coin in Las Vegas. And, I was pretty nervous. I'm not going to lie to you. I knew they would beat the Saints last week, but I was nervous and I didn't bet them, and it cost me. You know what I'm saying? I ended up betting the Redskins to cover against the Vikings. That was the worst thing ever because you saw what happened with that situation. They were supposed to only lose by 1.5, but they end up losing by 8. But the game was a blowout throughout. Because I don't know what goes on with the Redskins and Josh Norman, but he just felt like he didn't want to play D on a couple plays. But that's neither here nor there. Looking forward for the Panthers, I still don't believe that they are going to be able to make some noise in the playoffs. I just don't. I don't know if it's because Cam Newton makes me nervous. I just don't know. It's, he'll come out and he'll play like this, scramble for first downs, make good plays, and do things like that. And then he'll come out the week later and just look completely horrible. I just don't like the inconsistency. That's all I'm saying. I think he's a great talent. I think he has the potential to be a top-tier quarterback. It's just a simple fact that I just don't know what I'm going to get week in and week out. And that's what we look for in better quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Like, even on Drew Brees' worst day, he's going to give you something that says, you know what? Yeah, that was just a bad day, but he's going to come back and do something. Tom Brady, same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's different. You get something, you know, even right now with Russell Wilson. He has no O-line, and then we're hearing, oh, yeah, the Cowboy fans are raving. Oh, why don't you try to play without a left tackle? Bro, have you been seeing what's been going on with Russell Wilson for all these years? The dude they call him an escape artist, bro. He's a magician. They don't talk about the fact that nobody's blocking for him. They just call him a magician. That's stupid. But again, it's America's team with the Dallas Cowboys, so they get away with it. They can say, yeah, you know what, they were missing this. Tyron Smith is one of the top 3 linemen in the league. Okay, I understand it's going to be a difference, but they have guys out there that can make plays. It's the Cowboys O-line. You still got 2 Pro Bowlers, and then it's still the same thing. But then now, when you try to compare them to other teams, the Cowboy fans get mad. Oh, yo, bro, it's not about that. It's not about Zeke. It's about Dak. Listen, bro, I'm going to talk about the Cowboys at another time, but I'm just giving you guys examples of, you know, certain things that make quarterbacks be known. It's consistency. When you know they're going to go out and you're going to at least get something. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get something from those guys. I can't put Matt Ryan there because he just beat on the team. Like, beating on the Cowboys in that situation, they were supposed to beat on the Cowboys in that situation. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even going to go in there. But like I said, the top quarterbacks that I can see right now, Carson Wentz is up there. But again, he's, you know, second-year dude, whatever. I'm just letting you guys understand this. You know, when you look at Cam Newton, it's possible next week that he might revert to the old Scram Newton. And it's going to be ridiculous, and it's going to be crazy things going on, and we're not going to know what's happening, and everybody's going to say, oh, my goodness, I can't believe Cam played like that. I believe it because I'm already expecting the whole Jekyll and Hyde situation. But leading up to this situation right here with Jay Cutler, the Dolphins, you have to understand that there are people in ownership that make these decisions. It's the ownership. It's the coaches. They sit down in a room. They look at this guy's resume like, oh, he's thrown so many picks. This guy sucks. Let's sign this guy. That's what goes on in the office. Because why would you take a guy out of the Fox booth to bring him in there to go ahead and do this and expect anything? It doesn't make any sense. And yeah, he's won some games that people thought they were better than whatever, but you know it's Jay Cutler, bro. The dude is he is such an underachiever. You know what I'm saying? With the talents that he has and the things and the potential that he had, he's made the most ridiculous. I don't even, bro, the decision that this guy makes, I don't even know what he's doing. And again, the dude came in, unbelievable arm strength, unbelievable talent around him. Denver, Chicago, he had people, he could have made some noise. It's other guys that did more with less. Just think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just look at the teams that have gone to the Super Bowl and their star receivers or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Decent defenses. He's had all those things, but he just makes those decisions. Like, it's like Blake Bortles. Like, he's like him and Blake Bortles are like twins. The only thing about it is Blake Bortles don't have the arm strength. But again, Blake Bortles has a good defense this year, so it's possible he could still try to pull like a Trent Dilfer and go as far as possible. But again, you guys can't expect anything, and I can't tell you that, oh yeah, it's gonna be okay. No, Dolphin fans, it's not gonna be okay. You're not gonna get sympathy from me. I'm gonna tell you straight out, like, listen, your team is out here dolphining. Like, they really out here pulling Dolphins. And at the end of the day, the Panthers did what they were supposed to do, but it's more about the Dolphins than it is about the Panthers. The Dolphins they have to make better decisions. They got to cut Ndamukong Suh and cut their losses. They got to start to rebuild and figure out a way. You can't spend that kind of money on the D tackle that has, his biggest trait is stomping dudes in the face with his cleats. Like, look, I'm not hating on the man's money. Ndamukong Suh is an unbelievable player, but I believe that money could have been spread out to make the team overall defensively a much better, entity than what they are right now. And they were embarrassed, and they deserved it, and their quarterback is Jay Cutler. Once you go into a game and you know your quarterback is Jay Cutler, you have to expect the worst. It's no way you're like, yeah, yo, bro, we got this. No, you don't got this. This is not going to be something that you're going to like when you leave, okay? So, again, moving forward, I don't know how the NFC South is going to, turn out. Do I believe the Saints will continue to win like that? I don't know, bro. That's going to be kind of tough. I can't really say if they will, but it's good to see the Saint fans doing what they're doing, and the Panthers are right there. But we have to wait, man. It's pretty much, it was like 8 games left for some teams that had byes. We'll see what happens, man. But at the end of the day, the Dolphins went out there and pulled the Dolphin. Thank you guys for watching, subscribing, and sharing. We're on iTunes, Android, and iHeartRadio. GmiasWorld. One love.